So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Happy Monday. So sometimes do you sit down and think, why don't I have the success that I really want to have? Whether it's money or happiness or just life. Have you ever thought that? Or maybe, and I know you do, I know you've done this, everybody does. Why does that guy or that lady, or why do they have what I think I should have? I deserve that too. You ever thought about that? It's probably their mindset that they hold, their belief system, and it's probably, even more importantly, on a day-to-day basis, what they do. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Some things you can do. And I promise if you do these today, automatically, without you doing any more work in the world, if you'll just pay attention to the couple of things I talk about today, life will change. Simple, easy stuff. But you got to do it. I promise you have to do it. It'll work for you. You know, it's interesting. Every problem in life, I can't think of one that hasn't already been solved. We like to think everything's brand new, but for the most part, people have figured out how to solve most things. And if you're really being smart, if you're in business, if you're trying to make your marriage better, if you're trying to get along with your kids better, if you're trying to, whatever it takes, doesn't matter. There is somebody who's been through it already before. And they can show you and teach you how to do it. All you have to do is go find that knowledge and then be willing to use it. We'll talk about that a whole bunch today. Oh, did I say who I was? I don't think I did. My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Grateful to have you here today. Speaking of grateful, today's a good day. I got back the final draft of the book that I have written about gratitude, the journal that I've written about gratitude, that will be a book journal kind of thing. And they sent it back to me and said, hey, this is great. Give us your changes, give us your feedback, and boom, into production. Sale October 4th. We'll talk a whole lot more about that here in the coming weeks. Mondays always begin by asking, have you done your homework? It's simple, it's foundational, it's basic. If you won't do this, life is not going to go the way you want it to go. I'm just telling you. Here's how you do it. You sit down, maybe after this show's over, lean back in your chair, kick your feet up, get comfortable. Just come on. And just say, how's my life going? And wait for the answers to arrive. It's good, it's bad, it's in the middle. If it's good, how do you keep it? If it's bad, how do you change it? If it's in the middle, you get splinters in your ass sitting on the fence. Don't do that. Choose a side. I promise you, if you'll take just a few minutes to ask that question, let it seep into your consciousness, you'll start to find the answers you want. But it all begins right there. So successful people, what do? Now, let me just go to what I always say about success. It's a big, broad, generic term, but you know what I mean. It's like successful at getting out of bed in the morning, successful at life, successful at your career. It's whatever you're looking for, generally feeling good about life, right? But if you study people who have success in any area or all the areas of your life, first off, nobody's perfect. Everybody has problems. Don't believe what you see on social media. It's what's on the editing room floor. It's what they edit out before they post that you really want to see. Everybody has issues. You know that. Common sense will tell you that. Although sometimes it's hard to believe it. Why me? But people who have a set of rules they follow religiously, consistently, every single day, do better. When you figure out what you're supposed to do that works, make it a rule for yourself and just do it, you'll do better. Over the years, I will tell you this. I was a renegade. I've been a renegade most of my life. I always have been. A nice renegade, not a mean renegade, but a guy that would challenge the rules, bend the rules, push them out. In fact, much of my life said, I don't need rules. I've had many mentors in my life say, Scott, you should put some boundaries on yourself. You probably need some rules. Like, yeah, right, I'll figure it out. I'll do it my way. Then something happened. I got older, didn't have all the stuff I wanted to have. I was probably 38 years old. And I said, okay, I'm done with this. Let's go take all these rules people talk about, these things people do to be successful, and let's start doing them. Which, by the way, is how this show kind of came about. So what are those rules? What do successful people do? Well, the person who has the strongest why usually gets what they want. Why? They know why. It drives them. You don't know why you're doing something? Why even start? Person who shows up wins. You've heard that before. We say that a lot. Showing up is most of the battle. If you will show up, and most people don't show up, when you show up and you do it consistently, you win the game. You do. Now, this one I added just today. This is a living, breathing document. I added it today based on a client conversation I had from somebody who shows up but doesn't show up on time. The person who shows up on time or is early or is punctual, is that it? The person who does that wins. So if you have an issue with that, if you think there's anything in life more important than you being early and on time, if you don't respect the time of other people, if you're not, and the biggest thing is if you show up early, you're prepared and ready to go and relaxed. I'm telling you, if you show up and you show up on time or a little bit early, that's what I do. That's what successful people do. You'll win the day just because other people won't do it. I told you this was easy. It's automatic. Think about that. Most people will drag into a meeting a little bit late. They won't be ready to go. If you just be ready, you win. The person who is the most persistent wins. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I'm a guy that drives hard and consistently over the years. If you go back and everything I've done over time, you'll say, hey, it's been remarkably consistent, even though I've been very flexible in what I've done. Persistent. To the point, think of a dog latching on to you. That's it. You just want to be persistent, right? If you're not persistent, you're never going to get what you want because you are going to hit the headwinds. The most successful people in the world, whether it's their relationship with their kids or their wife or their family or their HOA or their job or whatever it is, doesn't matter. If they're persistent in their quest to succeed, they will. Because why? Most people won't be, and you'll just win the race of attrition. That's all. It's that simple. The person who never assumes wins. Don't make an ass out of you and me. Don't assume anything. Get clarity with it. Never assume that anybody knows anything about you or what you're doing. The person who is the best at what they do wins. It's true. Talent will get you so far. But if you're really good at what you do and you're not that talented, you can still beat a very talented person. Now, if you happen to get the talent and the hard work, boom. But you don't need that. All you need to do is be the best at what you're doing. And if you focus on that, you can get there. The person who plans and documents their journey and their interactions wins. When you systematically and strategically plan what your journey is going to be, your roadmap, and the interactions with the people that you're going to have along the way, and you know what your outcome is for those people because you know your plan, you know what the outcome must be, and then you document it. When you document, you can go back and look at what you did. That's your rule book. The book I'm writing, the 5-Minute Daily Gratitude Journal for Men. Yes, for men, but that's where we started. The goal of the whole thing was to end up with a manual that after going through this 6-month process, you end up with essentially what works for you. You can do the same thing today. Document what you're doing. Successful people do. The person who never gives up total control to others wins. Don't take all the control yourself, but don't give it up to everybody else. Trust me, everybody else is in control of their own world. They're doing what they want to do. They have their best interest in mind. Even if they have your best interest in mind, theirs comes first. So don't give it away. You control who you are. They control who they are. And in the middle, you find a place to be. Successful people do that. The person who accepts responsibility for themselves wins, the R word. A lot of that not going around these days. The only thing that's not going around these days more than that is accepting the D word, discipline, and the A word, accountability. But when you accept responsibility, the buck stops with you, and that's it, no matter what the circumstances. Deal with it. That's what successful people do. When you do that, not only do you garner respect for yourself, but others look at you in a whole different way. The person who serves the most wins. When you approach life with an attitude of service, you will win. It will come back. That's the way the world works. You know that. You do. It doesn't seem that way sometimes. Like I'm helping, I'm serving, and doing all this stuff, and it doesn't come back. That's the other side of the planning we have to do to know how to put it out there and allow it to come back to us in a useful way. Bottom line, you've got to serve. You've got to put it out there. So one thing I mentioned a couple times during this show is about being grateful. I would not be able to do this list without adding one thing. When you are the person who is grateful for everything that comes your way, whether it's good, bad, in the middle, whatever, when you're grateful for the opportunity, the lesson that came your way, and you may not like it may not have worked out the way you wanted it to work out, but tomorrow will be another day, right? When you are grateful for everything that comes your way and you're getting on it every single day, that's what successful people do. If you want to be a successful person, those are just a few ideas that you can use. And I told you they're very, very simple. And so many people listening to me right now are going to say, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's just simple stuff. Okay, that's fine. Be late for that next appointment. Don't know why you're doing something. Assume that other people have your back or that they can read your mind, huh? Be the kind of person who doesn't really show up. Give up all your control to other people. Go ahead. Or just do what I said today and watch what happens. Automatically, like magic, your world changes. Okay. Do me a favor. We've had a lot of great interaction over on our Facebook page. It's a really cool group, very motivating group of people. And I love your stepping up. Thank you for that and really helping me do that. It's so cool because I can actually go to my own Facebook page and go, wow, I'm getting motivated. Check it out. It's dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. It'll redirect you right over to it. Just come on in, join the crowd. You'll see real fast. It's a good place to be with good people. And that's who you want to hang out with.